Good evening. Welcome back to match day 7 of this week's Champions League. On the table or on this Celtic cross today, we're looking at the karmic individual, the karmic male individual. What I've done here, collective, is the cards have already been spread out. The team have already been picked, selected. We have numerous players representing their various clubs. On deck, we have the Kipper, Rider Waite Tarot, as well as the investigative cards, all featuring in tonight's appearance. The formation is set as a Celtic cross. Interestingly enough, the first card out was the World card. So this is what this tells us is that it's gone from a local UEFA and is now being representation or a conglomerate, such as where you have a global body. This is a global body. This also represents an ending. This karmic male is receiving the ending of the cycle. The end of a cycle has appeared now. He has reached to 21. 21 is also the number for the end or the world. Completion. Mission accomplished. This individual is out at this stage of the game. Mission accomplished. It's been what I'm going to do here, guys. I'm going to look into the formation a bit closer and see what the secondary card is, because alongside the world, we have 7. Number 7 is the 7 of Pentacles, which represents a, normally it's like because the world comes out on the 7. So going from the world to a 7, going from 21 to 7 is going from riches to now a loss of fortune, or I'm getting here a loss of fortune, because what the spirit here want to tell us here is that this is a loss in finances. This was about finances, and this is where the finances they've been the financial game, the financial aspect here has been, there's a significant change in finances. I'm going to go over to the left side here. On the left side, we have, we're keeping to, what we're going to do, we're going to, because the formation that's here is, we have the Kipper and the Rider Waite. But we're going to start off with the cards that's already laid out here. I have the Rider Waite, and on the recent past is a 6 of Swords. In the recent past is a 6 of Swords. So this is now turbulence. 6 of Swords represents turbulence. This represents a storm. This represents a karmic storm or wave. This is something to do with the wave. This could also be due to this financial news. And then in this one here, we have the moon. On this side, on the recent part, in the recent future, we have the moon. So he's going towards a turbulence, towards a mystery, it's unknown. So this is a person that could quite possibly be in limbo right now, because the things around them financially and as well as relationships, things are moving, things are changing. There's significant changes and tentative nerves. I sense a person there's tentative nerves about what to expect, which formation is it, which formation is the universe going to be throwing at him, which curveball is the universe going to throw at him next, because this is a person that could have quite possibly not been expecting things to have been arriving in such a degree, in such a fashion here, guys. So basically, now in the recent or in the conscious mind, we have the 9 of Wands. So this person now, which shows the turbulence, is looking over at the collective and saying, oh my, what have we done? Because he's looking at you, collective, and he's now in regret for his actions, for his participation, for his tackles, because he has been shown the yellow card. One more card or second yellow and he's off. It's a warning from Spirit. Second yellow and he's off, because right in the subconscious mind we have the numbers, we have death card, the death card, also known as Azrael. Azrael, the death card. So the warning from Spirit have spoken to these individuals, the karmic male, and says, you're facing loss. What you hold dearest, you're going to be tried for your works. You're going to have to, you refuse to be stand up and counted. You were not counted amongst the squad, amongst the team. You hid when the going got tough. You never wanted the ball. You refused the ball. You refused the ball. You shanked. You shanked. Or rather, you shied away from these challenges. You didn't take any risks. You didn't get stuck in. You can almost imagine a hairdryer being thrown across the room. You can almost imagine a hairdryer being thrown across the room, because these guys at halftime, they were celebrating. They were celebrating. They were celebrating. They were celebrating the 3 cups. That was celebration. But Father says the game's not over until it's over. The game's not over until the final whistle. Play to the whistle. Needless to say, in the self position, we didn't even flip this card over. It's a heartbreak. God says, I'm going to try you for your works. You have not been selected past the preliminary rounds. So this person has been sent home, sent packing. Heartbreak. Heartbreaker. Roy Keane in Turin. The receiving end. This guy has been on the receiving end of heartbreak. Or the karmic male has been on the receiving end of heartbreak. In the environment, rushing forward, news rushing forward, we have the Knight of Swords. 3+1. 3 swords plus 1. 4 of swords. So this individual could quite possibly be considered to be surplus to requirements. This individual has not only been benched and sent home, it could actually possibly be out for the season. Trials and tribulations, not the type of person that you call in a gunfight or in any sort of fight, rather. It's got up to the hopes and fears. Okay, plans aborted. Plan aborted, individual. Plan aborted. 2 of 1s. Planning. The plan has been aborted. Mission. Plan aborted. If you say that the devil's playing devil's chess, this is the type of situation now where the devil has actually removed the pawn and says to God, your hands, checkmate. So this individual in the fear position, his plans not coming to fruition, his fears being realized, because in the midst of everything, karmic male individual has managed to get himself caught up, and it'll be interesting to see what the final card is. Okay, so now we have a lot of swords. So there's a lot of mental conflict. So this could also be a. So now the position of the King of Swords is in reverse. So this is also facing facing. What I get from here is that there's a lot of sword energy, or a lot of air energy. So you could quite possibly be dealing with an air sign. This could be an air sign: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could be an air sign they could be dealing with here. In the outcome, this is the judicial system. This person is looking at a sentence. Father says it's not quite as easy as saying this sentence. This person is looking at judicial corruption that they've been facing. They're going to be having the evidence. There's evidence being supplied. And also here, I'm understanding that there could also be evidence between these partnerships that people were being involved in. Okay, I'm gonna follow on. I'm gonna follow the rider weight with the Kipper, because on the Kipper I've got these visuals that you guys are gonna be interested to see. In the first position, or the first position, we have 38, toil and labor. Toil and labor is flanked also by the main male. So the judicial system that's come through is a person, or a legal person in the upright. You know, it says the untouchables. Elliot Ness always comes to get his man. So number one, main male, or the emperor, has apprehended these individuals. This individual is going to be apprehended by an emperor, by this King of Swords, who has got this person in their sights. Because number one also is going to be connected to the King of Swords, which is number 10 from the rider waits. Father says, you wait and see. Following on from this, on the left side, we have 13, or rather 31, which is the mirrored effect of 13, which is bad health. So in the recent past, this individual, the news may have caused some sort of bad health. Bad health is also representation. This somebody could be dealing with addictions. Bad health also represents codependency. Codependency. These people could be codependent on narcotics, drugs, alcohol to cope. Bad health. Needless to say, needless to say, in the future, we have judication. So somebody could be drinking heavily, because they know they're going to be facing judication. They're going to be going towards judication. They're going to be facing judgment. Judication also stands for judgment. Tupac Shakur sings, "Only God can judge me." No true words were spoken, because God is the judge in this case. Here, God and my right. In the conscious mind, we have a community, which also stands for family, number 39. Nicholas Anelka wore number 39 for Real Madrid, PSG, Bolton Wanderers, as well as Manchester City. Number 39 also represents family, or the community. So the community or family is weighing heavy on this individual's mind right now. In the subconscious, lo and behold, in the subconscious, we have death, rather marriage. marriage here, guys, because from the previous card we have death, and in the following card we have marriage. So this could also be in the subconscious, that or what is unknown, or unknown on the surface, also could be endings or partnerships, and marriage and matrimony. Also, number three normally is a left back. So this person could have been left behind. Once again, this individual could have been left behind, never made the coach, never made the final squad. Following on, in the position of the self, we have the official person. Now, official person also representative of the King of Swords, also representative of the Emperor in the upright, which is also the main male. So this individual could quite possibly have been heartbroken or received news from an official person. A message of concern has given this person heartbreak. They've been left behind, heartbreak, financial heartbreak, left behind, heartbreak. That long word beginning with an A, ending with a D. N, abandonment. Some sort of abandoning ship. Abandoning ship, jumping overboard, abandoning ship. The captain never jumps overboard. The captain never leaves the ship. The captain goes down with a sinking ship. This individual jumped ship. This individual jumped ship. Or he wasn't counted. This individual left his vessel to Pikali. Going on to the environment, we have gift number 17. Number 17, also known as the star in the environment. Number 17, also known as the star. Estrella. Stella Artois represents the Champions League, sponsored by Stella Artois. PlayStation 5. Other consoles are available. Other beers are available as well. I'll let you tell it. Going over here, so this is a gift. This is also could be a understanding, a sort of understanding. The star, the star, the star. A star is born. Well, in this case, a star in reverse. So somebody could have had their lights dimmed. This individual could have had potentially their light dimmed according to the company that was kept. Well, Father says, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. So underneath the surface, this is the type of person that quite possibly would have been well polished, well groomed, articulate, spoke literature, and was into the arts, the art world. Quite possibly could have been all of those things. Father says, what part? Anyway, following on, we have in the fears and thing, we have 73 or 37, which is poverty, which is a 5 of Pentacles energy. So this is being left behind, abandonment. That long word, I can't even say that word. Whether does it end with a D or does it end with a T? DDT. Jake the Snake Roberts. Damien. Demon. Again, a poor investment, poor showing from this individual. Poor, or a shell of a performance. Brother says, what do you expect? Following on, finally, this card is actually on the upright, and lo and behold, there's a real King of Swords has made the entrance. The real King of Swords has made the entrance and has brought down this imposter, this deserter. There's a quote Father wants me to read for you guys. Bear with me as I go grab my Book of Shadows. bear with me, guys, because this is I'd like to give a shout out to the collective while we're looking for this certain passage. I'd like to give a shout out to Browan's Cove. I'd like to give a shout out to Metal Ann. I'd like to give a shout out to Little Tate. I'd like to give a shout out to guys. I'm gonna have to see here, guys. There's a certain passage I wanted to share with you here, guys. There's a certain passage I wanted to share with you. King David. I'd like to give a shout out. There was another card earlier, another card. There was another, people from the collective I really wanted to share with you. I remember. Just flicking through the pages here, guys. Something I really wanted to share with you. Just a little passage. Here we are. Hitman heartbreak. So this individual's gone through heartbreak of sorts. So now this passage says that they say you're supposed to suffer for your crimes. Well, if you're not suffering, then maybe it wasn't a crime. And I proved it against all odds, against a man from the dark side, a man from death, a man from the devil and death and despair. I proved it against a disgruntled spirit guide that was against me the entire time. I stuck to the letter of the word of the whole agreement. I stuck to my word. This individual could have been posing under the false light. This individual could have been posing under a sort of a counselor of sorts. But this individual has been called out by the real King of Swords. This individual has been called out by a real person. This could also be a person that's coming towards your collective. This could also be a person that has been viewing you. It could also be a person that has invested interest. Because these individuals made a poor investment. This was a poor transfer request. This was a poor transfer. You know, you get that yellow writing at the bottom of a Sky Sports tab out here in the United Kingdom. There's a yellow writing that flashes across. Breaking news, breaking news. Heartbreak, heartbreak. And the Delhi Alpi. Mountains. And this person is facing obstacles. Ski resorts. And I'll leave it right there. So this person, and on that note, this could also be representative and vindictive of a raid. A raid. Needless to say, interestingly enough, the final sword, there's one more sword. This is the judicial sword of justice. This sword also represents that your person who's coming in could quite also potentially be a partner. This person could quite potentially be a partner. So it could be a fact of SAS, Shearer and Sheringham. This could mean like a military tandem, a militaristic marriage, a marriage made in heaven, essentially. Father says, let's go to the investigative cards. Let's as we're going, TW in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs now of the Champions League. So now we're going to go to the investigative cards. This is what you guys have been waiting for. Shout out to Mel and okay, we're going to flip over the first card. CRASH Crash Bandicoot 2005 Ryan Felipe. Crash Bandicoot. When you mentioned PlayStation, this person was busy playing with his PlayStation while things were going on. So this is a financial loss. Crash Bandicoot. The crash market or the stock market has crashed. Austerity measures have been taken against this individual by the universe. Austerity have taken against this individual. Who wants to be a millionaire? So individual rolled the dice and lost. And then following on, we have To Live and Die in LA, bad health. Also, Six of Swords, turbulence, To Live and Die in LA. Well, we try to fatten our pockets. However, these austerity measures will say likewise because the stock market has crushed. You know, there's a saying here. It says from or desde en Providence, hola. Desde IX in Providence, hola, hello. Somewhere in San Sebastian or Andalusia, Spain, I believe. I believe it's from mainland Spain. But anyway, in the recent future, we're gonna go to the recent future before. Okay, let's go. Okay, what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to the sub. We're gonna go to the mind, the conscious mind. In the conscious mind, we have some sort of health. So this 1993 Philadelphia. Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington speaks about. Shout out to Bruce Springsteen as well. That also shouts out that health wise. So there could have been some sort of a health scale. So these people could be sleeping in different beds right now. You know, Father says, sometimes you got to wear these gloves, or you got to wear the toxic bodysuit that they wear, and you got to treat these individuals likewise. So but essentially, marriage, the marriage is facing toxicity because he's wearing the toxic suit. And in the subconscious, we have false twin. We have false twin. So somebody's a liar. Somebody's a liar, or they could also be related to one of the other people from the karmic zone or the karmic world. Because there's a marriage, and also we have marriage, and also we have death ending, despair, prosperity, austerity measures. Mamma mia, so much is going on in the recent Boomerang 1992. Eddie Murphy speaks about the boomerang and God and my right. So what you don't know, guys, what's happening also with some of the greater mystery. There's something that's going to be unveiled. So there's going to be a unveiling of something where you're going to find out that these individuals are going they're going through the judicial system right now as we speak. This is what they don't want you to know. This is what they don't want you to know because this is a boomerang. Because also boomerang represents like a distinguished gentleman around that same sort of time of a distinguished gentleman. When Eddie Murphy was in his distinguished gentleman, he kept a haircut. He kept himself well groomed. He was a distinguished gentleman, was he not? Wasn't he not? Halle Berry. And further on, so the judicial system have so this is they've been facing with the judicial system, and following on that leeches out. So the judicial system is kicking these people out. These people have been kicked out of their team. So now they've been sent home from the tournament. Didn't make the playoffs. But the TW was in the playoffs. TW was in the playoffs. TW were in the playoffs. They were sent home from the playoffs, and eventually ESPN says, well, Leach is out. So that also is that these people could also be moving home or leaving your vicinity or leaving your energy. Actually, Father says, leaving their energy. Leaving their energy. Energy, Empower Stadium. No power. Father says. Father says, like for like. Let's see who you have in your environment. Dogs pound is reality. Dog pound and the dog pound and the dog pound. Reality. LONGBEACH. Worse turf. Worse than the turf. They're getting turfed out of this reality. Speaking. So they could actually be put on a different timeline altogether. This timeline, you know, saying the bat out of hell, Beethoven, or rather Meatloaf. They could be going towards a different timeline whatsoever, altogether. Heartbreak, heartbreaker, heartbreaker, heartbreaker. Number 17. They live in the energy. This is coming in fast. This is going to be rushing in. A sense of reality is rushing in. A sense of reality is setting in. Reality is setting in now. Almost finding the penultimate semi-finals, fourth quarter. We have fourth and goal. Very close. These individuals were close. Made it to made it. He's having to watch the semi-finals at home. He's having to watch the semi-finals in the back of a lorry. He's having to watch the semi-finals in the back of a van. But you know, he's probably going to say, I'm in the vanguard. I'm in the vanguard. Pardon me. Excuse me. La Resistance. He resisted. He resisted going onto the battlefield. Father says, what? You mean a deserter? You resisted going onto the battlefield? He resisted going onto the battlefield. Fourth and goal. Father says, United States of fakes. United fakes. Shout out to America's, but you know, this is here, guys. I'm gonna have to show you, guys. I'm gonna have to show you this card. I'm gonna have to show you this card. I'm gonna have to show you this card because you people are gonna see this card, and you might be thinking, wait a minute. But no, this guy failed to plan, and now fourth and goal. Now, essentially, we're looking at being left out in the cold. Very last minute. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer scores a very last minute fourth and goal. Finally, neighbor. Something about the neighbor. So now we have the lovers and we have the judicial system and the neighbor. So the neighbor are going to be facing into the judicial system. They're going to be meeting with the judicial system. And I took this. Father says the manipulation ended up that there were being woman manipulation. It wasn't manipulation, it was woman manipulation. Is that a word? It is now. It's not manipulation, it's woman manipulation. The woman has I don't know, you might have to spell that out. I have to write that down and say woo man or woo manipulation. The womb manipulates. A manipulated womb. Oh, that's really out there. That's really out there. Well, there you have it, guys. This is the Champions League. This is the layout. This is the schematics. So this is the what do they call it? This is the bracket. The bracket has been laid out here, guys. I wish you guys could actually see all the cards laid out here. Let me see if there's one card that Father wants me to show you guys. Which is just to tie this entire thing up. Okay, we're going to tie it up. So basically, the judicial system are going to be facing these co-workers. These people that have been your co-workers are going to be facing the judicial system. These are people that could have been involved in some sort of partnerships, nefarious activities. They could have also been doing some sort of love spells or sex magic, or using some sort of some people call it pink collar crime, a pink collar crime. So these are people that will actually follow an individual and send people towards them, sort of honey traps. And I think they're going to be called out for this, essentially, because in the final card here is a judicial system. We've got judicial system, we've got love, and we've got workplace. So workplace, judicial system, and love. Or also, you could be dealing with people that are within your near environment, such as your neighbors, your neighborhood. This has been your reading. Thank you for joining me. Love you and God bless. Happy birthday, Pisces.